Yes, y'all. Welcome to today's presentation. For some of you, for the second time hanging out with me today, thank you so much. For some of you, welcome to your first Mike Cooch call of the day. You can only handle so many, I know. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We will get started here in just one moment with our special guest, Mr. Sam Carlson, who I am very excited to have here on board with us today. I'm going to get him into the system here so that he can join us on camera. Welcome, everybody. While we're doing that, please let me know where you're coming from. Say hello in the comments. Ephraim says, first time here. Whoop, whoop. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. I am in sunshiny San Diego here. For the time being, I'm heading off to a ski trip tomorrow morning for Park City, Utah, which I'm super excited about. So cannot wait for that. But here in beautiful San Diego for the moment. And let's see here, Sam Carlson, I'm assuming you can hear me, sir. I have just given you an invite link in your Facebook Messenger. If you take that link, that will allow you to get back screen with me, backstage here with me, and allow you to come on camera. So give that sucker a try here, and I will let you on here once I see you back there. Let's see here. We've got Rich, welcome. We got Jason Beats, welcome, awesome. David says, hey, I'll miss the first call this morning. Oh, that's okay, David. The replay is available immediately after calls are done inside of Circle, so you can catch that anytime. We had a really good call about snapshots and custom values and HighLevel and stuff. So if that is something that you are needing to learn about, please definitely go and watch that one because we covered some important stuff. Jason's in Indiana. Quentin is from UK. Welcome. Laura in Long Island. Hello, Laura. Great to see you. Brian King, greetings. Jennifer, good to see you in Atlanta, Hotlanta. Rich in South Africa, very cool. Brian in Denver. First timer from Oklahoma, Mr. Keith Decker, welcome, sir. Rafe from Western Australia, that's awesome. Welcome, man. I have been saying this on webinars for like a dozen years, but it still gets me excited every time I see people on these things from all over the world. I am so enthusiastic about technology and its ability to connect us. It just makes me so happy. Brian's in Jersey Shore. Lance says he's on a highway between Buffalo, New York and St. Pete, Florida. Wish I was back in San Diego. Yes, you do, sir. Although at least you're heading to sunnier pastures there. Gary from Texas, welcome. Donna in Los Angeles, awesome, just up the road. David says, definitely need that stuff. Cool, go check out that replay. Rodrigo from Mexico, love it. Dorn, you're not in Patagonia. Are you really in Patagonia? Come on, you're messing with me. That would be so cool. Marlene's in Orlando. What's up, Keith Gibbons? Ross is in Aruba, my man. Tacoma, Brenda Robinson, welcome. Margie in Chicago, cool. Fred, what's up? Good to see you, sir, in sunny Orlando. Keith's in Jacksonville. Mike's in DC. Man, look at all this. We got all these awesome people on here and growing still. We'll give it another minute here before we get started because we still got people coming on. Greetings, Mighty Mike. What's up, Ricardo? Good to see you, sir. Alpine, Utah, Oklahoma. Matt Eves in Ireland, but on a biz trip in Amsterdam. That sounds good. Man, I'd like to be doing that. We got Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. We've got Germany. Very cool. Sacramento, all the way up north. Dorn's messing with me. He's not in Patagonia. John and Chrissy in Portland, Oregon. Chris says London calling. Awesome. James in Ireland. Very cool. Look at this. Great Smoky Mountains. Toronto in the car, says Eric. Be safe. Hopefully you're stopped. Joe is in Wales. Very cool. Austin, Texas. We got Charleston. Rob Smith, good to see you, my man. Tuscaloosa. Reggie, good to see you. Dion in Orange County. Mike in Connecticut. John in Santa Clarita. Very cool. Right up the road. Ryan, Maryland. And Gary says, go, man. Come on, Gary. It was such a heartbreaking game to see Purdy go out so early like that with an injury. That was going to be a good game. Even if the 49ers would have lost that, it was going to be a good game. Dang it. I don't know that I can root for the Eagles after that. It really bums me out. Jimmy, what's up, my man? Jimmy's in Hotlanta. Very good. All right, gang. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Always appreciate your time and attention. I know you could be doing lots of things, and so we're going to do our very best to make this as value-packed as possible for you. My man, Sam, let's go ahead. If you are okay, I'm going to go ahead and add you to the screen here. Awesome. Very good.
What's
Sam,
up, everybody?
I was fortunate to connect with Sam here just relatively recently after hearing about his software and hearing his name in the industry circulating here for several months, but we had not had an opportunity to really connect. And we finally did relatively recently. And I said, I'm hearing lots of good things. So, show me what's up. And he did. And I'm super, super excited to share this with you guys today. And Sam, I'm going to give a little bit, if you don't mind here, I'm going to give just a few minutes of background on why I am so excited about this, what we're going to cover here today. Everybody that knows me should know by now, the whole brand name is Services That Scale for a reason. It is because in my experience in selling for a long time now to small businesses, if you are going to, first, let's just say everybody can look at this marketplace of small businesses and just look at the numbers and go, okay, this is like one of the biggest opportunities on the planet. That's how I got into IT services. In my very first business I was looking at it, I was going, this is a huge, huge marketplace, and there's no market leader. There must be a way to sell and deliver services to this industry in a way that works. And at the time, it was all time-based. It was all expertise and labor-based in the IT industry. And I knew from previous experience that would not work. I had seen other businesses try that. And so while I was at business school, I said, okay, I've got to try and find a way to design the services so that we can do it with scalability. And I cooked up all these crazy plans, and it was crazy at the time. And after a whole bunch of trial and error, it ended up working and scaling. And the principles of how we did that then got translated into marketing services, and then got translated into what I'm doing here, which is working with lots of awesome agencies to help them do similar things. But to scale services to small businesses, no matter how big the overall opportunity is, the reality is it always comes down to working with that one customer. And that one customer at a time does not have big budgets. They don't have a bunch of marketing knowledge and expertise. They oftentimes don't even have the time to give you, 5 minutes of their time each day because they're running around with their hair on fire. And so everything that you're doing in terms of designing your services and delivering services to them has to be done with as much as you guys have heard me say a million times, assets and automation. You've got to use technology to deliver the service in a way that's efficient, cut costs out of it, and you've got to use assets, what I call assets, your marketing campaigns and things like copywriting and all that good stuff that you have experience in their industry to help them then take advantage of that technology and be able to, use these marketing capabilities without having to spend a ton of time and money. It is the only way to do it. There is no other model that works. And so when it comes to offering any sort of what I call reach services, for those of you who are familiar with my R4 sales system, right? One of the R's is reach. You've got to reach new customers. That's a message that every small business needs to hear. If you want to grow, you got to reach new people. The problem is, even with the incredible power of an ad platform like Facebook, there's complexity to it. There's a learning curve to it. There's just things that a typical small business are just not going to sit down and figure out. And unfortunately, they don't have the money to pay you to figure it out for them and do it for them if you're using the traditional models. Okay, the older time and talent based models on expertise and labor, it doesn't work. And so I have been negative on offering very many, like there's not a lot of reach services that I have been optimistic about you guys being able to offer small businesses, because it usually takes too much time and talent to do it well, which leads to why we're here today, and Mr. Sam Carlson, who I'm excited to introduce. So that is the lead up. Sam, how you doing today?
I am doing awesome, Mike. I appreciate you having me here. And what I'm going to share with you guys today, it's so funny that, you know, your reach program and that whole thing. I'm going to tell you guys about my background, but you couldn't be closer to the middle of the target. You know, anybody who looks and hears the word pixel, or like meaning your customers, they hear the word pixel, they hear these different retargeting things. I mean, there's so much implicit complexity in these things that it really does boil down to there's only a certain amount. There's a small fraction of people that can get in and actually make it work. So I'm excited to share what we're doing and how it can dovetail into what you're preaching. So I love it, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good. Well, look, I don't know what the controls exactly look like on your end, Sam, because I haven't been a guest on StreamYard in quite a while, but there should be a thing that gives you the option to present your screen.
Yep.
When you do that, it'll pop up, and I can then put it live, or however, you know, you can control it, all that good stuff.
So,
and everybody, I see somebody says, Bruce says, Park City brings back memories of a broken shoulder skiing. Uh-oh. Don't tell me that. Dorn says, I've tumbled down a hill or two in Park City. The only hill I've tumbled down in Park City is the one outside of the High West Saloon. And I'll probably tumble down that a couple times this trip too. So,
all right, cool. So on my end, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, I just put it live. So
all right, cool. That's awesome. Now I can't see you and I can't see the chat. I was really impressed by how the chat feature works on this thing. So that's really cool. If you guys are messaging out in chat, Mike, can you see the chat?
I can see the chat. Yep. I can manage the chat and make sure we answer any questions and all that good stuff. And we'll get everybody taken care of.
Awesome. Well, I won't make you guys wait. Mike, I do want to give you a big thanks. You like that picture I grabbed?
Hey, look at that. Who's that? Who's that character? Looks like he's on the Jersey Shore, huh?
There you go. Big thank you to you, my friend. And everybody that showed up live, I really think that's so cool. Thank you for showing up live. I know you've got things going, and I do want you to win big today. Now, this is what it looks like on Zoom, the chat feature, and I can't verify, but what I'm going to ask you to do is right now you already all did this, but just give me a thumbs up or a yes or an awesome or something, some kind of chat in there, and let me know that you guys are ready to go. Engaging and asking questions is the best way to fuel this learning and this experience. So I appreciate it. And I'm assuming, Mike, I can't see, but I'm guessing we're ready to go. Yeah.
Yep. Got it. And everybody's saying they're here, they're ready. Let's get it on.
I love it. All right. Let me start out with a big promise here. Okay. And you guys can check me at the very end. If we don't accomplish this, then I owe you something big. Over the next 30 to 45 minutes, I'm going to show you the actual agency offer/model that I believe can change your business forever. Okay. Now, I also want to make sure that you know why you're here. You're not here wasting your time. This will work in not just a few offers, but if you're working with local businesses, this will work for you. And this is, Mike, you said it in your preamble there. I mean, local businesses, that's who I have served for a very long time. And so hopefully this is who we're talking about. In fact, not only will I show you how I used this particular offer to get 127 clients in just 2.5 months, I'm also going to show you how this same offer/model cut my employees and my cost by 60%. And allowed me to dial back the amount of time, effort, and money. Oh my gosh, mostly time. Time's the worst one, right? It took to actually run my business. Okay. So not only will I show you how I did, but I'm going to show you how Adam did it. Adam bolted on $10,000 in recurring revenue to his agency using this offer. Forrest got 35 SaaS clients during a 2-week free trial of this. And Alex pivoted away from a $500,000 per month agency to do this model that I'm showing you guys today. He has shared it with us 2 times. Why? When he saw what you guys are going to see today, what he did immediately, and it's pretty exciting. So let's rock and roll. I do need to get this out of the way. You guys, everything I'm showing you is true. It's verifiable. You don't know me. And, quite frankly, Mike and I are just getting to know each other. I can tell he's a man cut from the same cloth that I hope I am cut from. But here's the reality. This only works if you do. Your results will vary. I hope that's transparent and clear enough for you guys. So let's get moving.
Let's get it on.
All right. I don't want to beat a dead horse, you guys. I don't want to sit here and talk about all of the things that people do that really just make things harder on themselves. But there's a lot of hard agency models out there. There really are. There's things that you can do, and people are better than I am. But I'll just tell you, selling websites, maybe some people are better at it than others because everybody knows what they are, they're hard to sell. They're kind of commoditized these days. Review automation, SEO has been around a long time, selling email, chat, follow-up, all these kind of things. Now, none of these are bad. Okay, none of these are bad. These are all good. And now with what HighLevel can do, a lot of them are really coming, back into vogue, as we say, right? But the reality is some are harder to grow than others. And maybe the hardest of all, but really can be incredibly lucrative, was the SMMA agency model. Okay. And if you don't know what SMMA is, it's social media marketing agency. All right. And let me jump into that a little bit. The reality is social media marketing agencies, and if you're doing anything with Facebook ads or organic posting on social media, so Facebook, Instagram, that's what we're talking about here. It is true that the agency model that is around this particular offer, you can garner your average retainer is like $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So that's not bad. It's pretty good. And yes, if you do it right, you can make your clients pretty decent ROI. All right. And it's not a terribly difficult thing to set up and getting moved in that direction in terms of total setup. And if you're going to start a business, the amount of investment is relatively low. All right. But what you don't understand is most of the time, the average retainer client is at best 2 months. Okay. At best. The second thing is most clients don't really have the expectation or the resolve to do what is required to actually maintain and get an ROI. And this is the sad one. Because of the model and the way it has evolved over time, the average agency only has 3 clients today. Okay. And that's because it's complex. It does require people. And I think, Mike, this is probably one of the reasons why it kind of has fallen off your radar and you don't recommend it. The costs increase as you grow. The business operations also get more complicated as you grow, and especially if you're running Facebook ads. Okay. And what you anticipate at the beginning in terms of owning a business, it takes so much more time, effort, money than you ever thought. Well, here's the reality. That is the old way. That is not what we are doing today. Okay. That way is dead, done, stick a fork in it. Right. The new way, so the new SMMA agency is something I call the super SaaS agency. So we go from this whole thing to a much more streamlined and simplified approach. It's powered by automation. Okay. It makes it so you're selling software, not services. That's a big distinction. We'll talk about that. Okay. It becomes a lot easier to sell. It's a lot easier to operate. Oh my gosh, let me just tell you. Okay. And it's so easy, in fact, that much of it is actually outsourceable. This is one of our users. He sent me a message on Messenger and said, dude, I'm just living it up here on the beach. My agency's going, and here I am on a deserted beach. Life is good. And it's not just him. In the past 12 months, I've grown and operated an actual agency, just like many of you, with over 100 clients. Okay. I've launched a software, which I'll share with you today. Okay. I'm a dad of 4 growing kids. That is a full-time gig in and of itself, but I still had time. Okay. I still had time to do all of these things in the past 12 months. Go to Hawaii, Disneyland, the Grand Canyon. I took my wife to Rome and Greece and Pompeii. And I took, I actually, at the end of the year, Hawaii was so fun at the beginning of the year. At the very end of the bottom right-hand corner, I took my parents to Hawaii with our family for a second trip. And
that's a good year.
That was a good year. It's a good year. And it's one thing to have time. I'm sorry, to have money, that you obviously need that to do those things, but you really need time.
Yeah.
You really need time. So a couple of questions that might be perusing the brain. How did you run your agency and still have time to travel when you wanted? How did you manage to get clients and maintain performance? That's a big one. Is it possible for your agency to do this, to do the same? Okay. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on me, but I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. That's me and my lovely family there. I've never actually had a job. I have had a W-2 once when I was like age 17, 18 years old. But since I've only been an entrepreneur, I had a top-rated podcast called the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, which I did for a very long time, but I stopped doing to focus on what you guys are going to see here today. And I penned, that's what fancy authors say when they write a book. It's not very long, you guys. I penned a book called The New Patient School, The How-To Guide for Converting More Leads into Patients. And maybe my biggest claim to fame in the agency space is that I actually have a published case study by Facebook's business department. Now, it's actually now the Meta business department, and they actually took away all the old case studies, which really bothers me. But I did have a published case study that they published the results that we had for some campaigns that we ran for our agency.
That's cool. That's serious street cred right there, man.
Yeah, it was really cool. And you know what's funny, Mike? I'm sure that when I had that thing done, I'm sure people were like, oh, that's what a real agency owner looks like right there. It did not feel like that. It did not feel like that. It did not feel like this at all. The reality of that game is these are the dynamics that you're dealing with on a daily basis. You got to maintain performance. You got to hire people because you can't do everything yourself. Okay. It is very labor intensive. And hiring people, for me personally, that means I have to have confidence in them. And that's a challenge for me. It's just client churn and keeping clients and getting clients. It is incredible. It's an incredible challenge. And if any of you guys are in the same space, in fact, maybe grab the chat and let me know if your SMMA journey has paralleled at all what I'm sharing here today. When you get in your agency, you're excited, just like you're excited today. Okay. But the SMMA agency, the way it was pitched to us in the past was like, there's no downside, it's only upside. But here's the reality. It is not easy. Growing means you got to hire. Okay. You have a crazy churn issue that you never thought would be. Okay. Fulfilling for 5 clients versus 20 is night and day. They're 2 different businesses. Okay. And what you end up with is just a ton of overhead, Frankenstein automation. And the reality is it's just a lot more than you think. So even when I looked successful, I still felt like this, man. I'm not going to lie. Okay.
And you are not the only one. People saying it sounds familiar in the comments. And you know, this is one of the dirty secrets for years in the industry before HighLevel that I wish people knew more of. There's all these successful agency owners out there that would give me a call and tell me that they're sleeping under their desk at night because they can't go home because they can't make payroll the next week and they're freaking out. And that is very, very common in that old model. It's just, it grows. There was demand for it. And if you're a hustler, you could figure out a way to get new customers.
Yep.
But as it grew, your overhead grew, your complexity grew, right? Trying to find the right talent to do all this stuff grew. And you ended up with, you know, now I'm making $250,000 a month and I'm still not eking out any profit. And that feels much worse than making $10,000 a month and not eking out any profit because now you have 20 people on your payroll that you have to pay for and they're counting on you. And it is not a fun experience.
I couldn't agree more. And if you're listening to this, if you're watching this and you're the guy or gal sleeping under the desk to make it all happen, kudos to you. Because you are also cut from the same cloth that Mike and I are cut from, because that means that even though it was hard, you're not going to give up. Right. And I have had those times and those experiences where, you know, I'm staying up until 2, 3 in the morning to get things done, or I'm calling people, or I'm doing whatever it takes. And the complexity that you mentioned, and then just nothing is left for me. Okay. Yep. So we're going to put a pin in that part of the story, and we're going to move on, because when that case study was published, it's funny because I appreciate that, Mike, you said that is a feather in my cap. I thought it was a feather in my cap too. My clients couldn't care less. That was the really discouraging thing. Yeah. However, one person did care a lot about that case study. This is Bradley Kipp. And at the time when that case study was published, he found it and he said, hey, we're building a tool for agencies and we need some insights, some consulting. And Bradley was the original founder of a piece of software called UpHex. And when he reached out to me, he knew he had an idea of, who he wanted to help. So local agencies like ours, but he didn't necessarily know why his offer and what he was envisioning he wasn't connecting the dots. And so we asked for some consulting, and it's really cool because the way he asked and the way we started our relationship it was almost like we were partners from the beginning. And over the next 8 months, I did this thing with Bradley. I called it the what if we could cycle. All right. So I took all the things that I hated about my agency. I'd come up with an idea and he'd come up with a solution. Okay. I'll give you an example. I said, hey, Bradley, what if we create ads from a library of pre-built campaigns? Meaning right now in my agency, before anything that we're talking about today, I didn't reinvent the campaigns every single time. I knew the ad copy. I knew the offers. I knew the image style that I would use. So I'm like, well, what if we could just create ads from a library? That was idea number one. Then idea number two was, Bradley, what if we could launch ads without getting into Ads Manager? I hate getting into Ads Manager.
That's a huge deal.
Yes. What if we could do that? And then I said, Bradley, what if we could make ad creation intuitive versus experienced, right? Meaning knowledgeable. What if we could make it so easy that instead of a media buyer, it was so easy, even our clients could do it. And that was the impetus of one model transitioning into another. And then in 2020, okay, we said, all right, we've got this software. It's time to put our money where our mouth is. So we went out on our own. We paved the way and we said, okay, no more VAs, no more SOPs, no more new hires. Those things are great, but at scale, the amount that we had was stupid. Okay. No more manual, mistake-prone ad creation. No more time wasted repeating the same activities over and over and over again. Okay. Instead, what we're going to do is instead of VAs and SOPs and people, every time we have a new issue come up, all right, we got to get another VA. We're going to replace it with agency-specific software. Our ad creation is not going to rely on media buyers because they're a pain in the butt. It's going to be replaced by 3-click automation. The time we spend fulfilling, okay, meaning creating ads, optimizing ads, all that stuff, we're going to stop that completely. And now we're going to provide, and I need to change this slide, we're going to be providing proactive support, not reactive, proactive. My new agency blew up. It blew up. To some clients, okay, the way I got 127 clients, I offered DIY lead generation at a decent low price. My initial cost was $297. Today, it's $697. To others, I offered an awesome solution for done for you, okay? And people absolutely loved it. And the crazy part, here's the crazy part. This entire system, our automation works so well that I ran my agency with a part-time stay-at-home mom who continues to run my agency today with one VA. Not to mention, my results got better. Everything got better. We were no longer spending time launching ads. We're not an SMMA agency anymore. Our service was incredible. I had a dedicated service officer at my agency, and we sucked compared to the way we can do it with a part-time and a VA. Our churn concern, because we were no longer offering a service to people and we were offering a software, that all but vanished and pivoted. I didn't understand that, honestly, until I saw it from my own eyes. Our churn went from 2 months to what, 8, 9? What is going on? And once again, the people who used it really did love it. And something really cool, something else happened that I thought was kind of cool. I actually fell back in love with it. Okay. I went from being, I'm done with this thing. Okay. I went from this whole thing from unhappy, ready to quit to a renewed confidence and a profitable business. Okay. So that is kind of the background. That's what we're talking about. Now, the question is this: how can I have, so you, not me, saying I already have one. How can I have a super SaaS agency? Well, it's all about the right tools. You guys ready for this? Grab the chat. let me know if you're ready to hear about what these tools are that make it so you can have a super SaaS agency. Mike, let me know, buddy.
Let's see it. Let's see it. I'm excited.
Well, that's probably enough. Is everybody else excited?
Ready. It said ready. Bring it. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
Like I say, hell yeah, says Greg. He's
That's what I'm
fired up.
talking about.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All kinds of good. Yes. There we go.
All right, there we go. Introducing your new best friend. That's Uppy right there. UpHex is a white label SaaS platform built to launch Facebook ads in just 3 clicks. And because it's white label, that means when you sell UpHex as a service, when you sell Facebook ads as a software, you're selling your private label product. Okay, we're not putting UpHex out to the public. For example, so basically what this means is you get to sell, just like HighLevel, you get to sell a software without the expense of owning a software development company, which is not cheap. Okay. Now, UpHex was built by a lead gen agency, meaning there's 3 partners, myself, my partner Jacob, and Bradley, and the 2 of us ran an agency for 8 years. So we know how it works, and we built it for your lead gen agencies, your agency. Okay. Now, all of these problems that we've talked about, getting clients, fulfilling, performance, hiring, training, growing, it's a big one. Churn, that's a massive one. Managing cash flow. Cash flow, I mean, managing cash is hard when your margins are gobbled up by these increasing, costs that you have that you need to run the business, and then running overall operations. When we solve those problems, all of those were our problems. We solved yours too. That's you right there, you guys. Okay. That's us. Not to say we're anywhere or better than anybody, but the development of this tool made it so all those problems really can go away. Okay. Our software makes it so you can onboard new clients really easy. It creates Facebook ads in seconds. Okay. It requires 2 minutes of training to operate. That's actually, that's an exaggeration. I taught my daughter how to do it in 30 seconds. It requires way less time to run. Your service will become proactive. This is a big one. I'm not saying you need to fire a bunch of people. If you have somebody that's doing service right now, they're going to love you for this. Okay. Your churn concern will change dramatically. And I don't know about you guys, but anytime I'd get a text message from a client, you spelled my name wrong, you put the wrong address, whatever it is, I wasn't doing. I had a media buyer. That stuff drove me crazy. Right. And again, I think you'll fall back in love with the game. So who wants to see this thing in action? Now, when I say see in action, I wanted to do something special. I've done demos of this. I can click buttons and do a demo, but I thought it was actually be kind of cool if I showed you how simple this is. That's my daughter, Mia.
Cute.
That's my daughter, Mia. And I did a webinar for this one time, and a guy's like, well, I think that's only easy because you are doing it and you're the one that knows how to push the buttons. Like,
that's awesome.
What do I got to do? Yeah. So let's see if Mia, this is after literally I gave her a little bit of information. I told her what the budget was. I think I told her what ad to run. Let's see. All right. To show us how easy this really is. This is my 10-year-old little girl, Mia. Hi. She has never used this software. This is her first time, her first day. I walked her through it real quick. You ready to go? Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, Mia, go ahead. Medicine. Okay, well, you already know what you're doing. Well, hold on. You're going too fast. All right, keep going. That's fine. I told her which ad to run. Go ahead and put in $10. It's fine.
10. Okay, that's my favorite number anyways.
All right. Put in the thank you page that I gave you. I did give her a thank you page.
And let's continue.
Yep. You did it.
And that was it.
And just like that. That's it.
I did it. I was campaign.
You did it. It literally took less than 30 seconds. Good job, man.
Awesome.
Oh man. She actually, so that video, just as a side note, I sent it out to a list of my clients on the agency side, and she had like 1,000 views or something like that. She was like, "Oh my gosh, Dad, I'm a YouTuber."
That's adorable.
Oh man. All right. So here's the point, you guys. Instead of getting to ads management, just clicking your life away, just clicking until you're just tired of clicking. And by the way, those 63 clicks are informed and experienced and quality controlled clicks, by the way. So instead of that, you just do them 3, right? Boom, launch. That's it. Okay. You start out with your category, you pick an ad from your library, and then you launch the campaign. So that is pretty amazing, and it does work for any local business. I'll give you a couple of examples: chiropractors, dentists, orthodontists, plastic surgeons, med spas. Absolutely, it's going to work for those. Car dealer, auto shop, HVAC, roofing, plumbers, solar contractors. Yep, it's going to work for those. Mortgage, real estate, insurance, financial planning. Yep, it's going to work for those. If it's a business that can use some leads to grow or some reach, as Mike says, it works. Okay, but that's not all. Okay, we wanted this thing, and it was incredibly fortuitous that as we were building UpHex, we were also getting heavily involved with HighLevel. And I know we've got a lot, obviously, Mike, everybody here, you guys are all aware and familiar and fans of HighLevel. So we made it so you could actually launch ads, and that you probably saw that from the video. But just to be clear, you can launch ads directly from HighLevel. All right, which means that for you to sell DIY marketing to your clients, it's easy. I mean, they'll just go into their HighLevel platform. You give them access, they click it, and it goes just like you just saw. You can still offer done for you, the retainer model. If you're doing that, it doesn't mean you can't do that anymore. We do it still. I have my $697 is my opening offer, and then I have $3,000, which is a done for you retainer model. But we do more things than we used to do, and we can because we have the margin to do it. Okay, and you can make a lot more money doing less. All right, I want to show you guys not only why obviously you've seen my experience with it, but it's not just me. Okay, it does a lot of really cool things, and it does cool things for people like you. People like Forrest adds it. So Forrest came to us, and this is a post that he did. This is a screenshot of the actual post that he did on his Facebook page, and he said, "Launch your ads in 45 seconds without logging into Facebook ads." He did that organic post and started posting that in other places. And in his first 2 weeks, he says, "Dude, this is amazing. It's selling itself." It says 33. He actually got 35. During his 2-week free trial, 33 or 35 paying customers during his trial. That's Force Ad Set. Joel Keddy said, "Man, I got $3,000 a month in recurring revenue in my new SaaS agency." By the way, that he was starting a SaaS agency with HighLevel and UpHex at the same time. 3,000 recurring revenue with that. This is Trevor Briggs. I just published a case study with him. This one, he says, it's our first month. We collected 20,000 in cash. We just did an update on that last month. So the month of January, he did over $40,000 in cash collected and is building monthly recurring revenue at the same time. He's getting cash up front and building that recurring revenue. We got people posting crazy stuff like this all the time. First client coming in, second client, day 3, I landed my second client. Day 3, landed the second client. And then I think what was this? I probably went over too fast. Like day 4 or 5, he goes, "Not only am I getting paid to do this, but this guy was so psyched. I would like to personally send you an extra $100 for your work and also send you our affiliate link so we can pay you extra." And all the deals we close, he's getting back end money without ever asking. He's in the solar niche. Okay. We got Adam Lucky. Here's another guy. He was the guy that bolted on $10,000 in recurring revenue. He was one of the first guys. And I don't know if you've seen this video. He literally did a green screen. It's like such a sketchy, like hawk together thing. He just goes, "Hey guys, here's how I launch gyms for ads in less than 30 seconds," and just did it on the screen. Boom, added $10,000 of recurring revenue. Now this one was pretty crazy. This is Alex Machuca, and I'm going to hit play real quick and let you guys hear it from his own mouth. But he made a complete pivot just by seeing the value proposition that UpHex had to his agency.
Hey, Sam, when I first saw this, and you know what's crazy? You know how I found out about this? I was on a demo for my agency, and I was trying to sell him lead gen services. It was a mortgage broker, and he goes, "Have you ever heard of UpHex?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "It's just this thing." And normally, like, I would have just wrote it off, but I was like, you know what? Let me look into this. It sounds interesting. And I looked into it, and I stopped what I was doing. I made my entire team stop what they were doing. I brought them all into the conference room, and I was like, "We are doing this right now before everybody finds out about this. We have to do this right now." And we completely pivoted. This was like really pushed us over to a complete pivot for SaaS. almost immediately, because I was like, dude, and I say this to everybody, all the mortgage brokers, I truly believe that this is going to revolutionize the marketing industry, because now the average Joe can advertise with just a few clicks of a button.
Pretty awesome. And we've got people that are having results like that all the time. You know, they post in our group, they send it to me, they send me messenger stuff. It's absolutely awesome. But we got on the radar of Sean. You guys know Sean Clark. And I wanted to see, I'm like, Sean, what do you think about this? You know, don't fluff my ego. Don't do any of that. And here's what he had to say about this model.
And I think what's great about UpHex in the way they've done it is they've taken a really key offering and they've dialed it back from you have to offer it as a $2,000 unaffordable, high churn, kind of very laborious, quite frankly, offering, to a really great, easy to price, very saleable, very scalable, very churn resistant situation. And it's just an incredible, great combo, and it's very easy to do. And I think, quite frankly, it's just how you're going to make money. Like, if you want to make a business, if you want to make more money, if you want to have high profit, if you want to scale, if you want to have good exit values, if you want to raise money, all of these things, you have to do it in the construct of a SaaSpreneur style business. And that's exactly what we're offering. So I think it's a great time to get in on.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, the lead gen, that's what we do. We're powering that automation. HighLevel's there to load up all the cool things that they're doing with the lead nurture automation and more. And I know you guys are thinking,
are you serious? I'm dead serious.
Right? Now you got a little taste of what I do. It's pretty damn exciting, huh? All right. Let's go ahead and let me just do a quick little pivot. You guys, I've got something special for you here. I didn't come empty-handed, but I want to know, are you guys excited? As excited? I mean, look how excited Uppy is to be bouncing off of HighLevel there. You guys excited?
There's lots of excitement, lots of questions. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to get to your questions. Dorn says this thing is pretty sick, Sam. It is indeed pretty sick.
Dorn,
yes.
Are you telling the truth? Because you said you were in Patagonia. Now I'm not sure if I can trust anything you say, buddy. All right. Cool. So I do have an offer for you. And basically, you guys know the story of UpHex. You know, hopefully with all that information, you understand its context and how it will apply to what you're currently doing. All right. But I wanted to make an offer for you guys today. And I wanted to give you some things that I feel that will help you succeed that much faster. In fact, in 14 days. So the first thing that I think you guys might need, and you tell me if this is true, you might need some ads. Okay. Whether you're experienced. So if you're experienced, you're going to absolutely kiss me all over the face. Well, you don't just do it digitally. Okay. Don't actually do it. All right. Or you're a complete newbie. Immediately when you get this offer that we're going to give to you today, you're going to get access to hundreds. And I think I haven't sat down and like counted them. I asked Jake, I'm like, how many do you think we got? I'm like, he goes, at least 500. I don't know. But what we're looking at, you guys, is we have a library that includes lead gen ads from over 35 currently different niches. Okay. Literally hundreds of pre-built ads and lead forms. So both of them are built for you to rock and roll. We're adding dozens every single week. I don't know how many we added this week, but it was probably at least 16 to 20. And we're making it so you can easily modify them and use them as your own. And you get unlimited access to them. Okay. So we're going to include that so you can build out your library fast. That's one of the things that you're going to want, you're going to need, frankly, for this to work, is you're going to need a library so your clients can just go, boom, click it, and off it goes. But what else do you need? I don't know. Mike, you think people need clients?
I don't know why they would want those.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys, if you don't want clients, then just tune out right now. But we are going to include 3 separate snapshots. Okay. Now, there's a lot of different models that you can use to get clients. So this is no monopoly on which offer is going to work. I use a free trial. It's a 14-day free trial, and it converts into a $697 DIY offer at like 85%. So I love that one. But we're going to give you the free trial funnel. We're going to give you the demo call funnel, and then we're going to give you a lead loss funnel. Now, if you're proficient in websites or something like that, and you're like, hey, I like the idea of giving people access to run their own ads, but my agency is around like websites, dude, offer ads for free, or like 97 bucks a year. Say, this is, if you buy our website bundle, we're going to give you ads for 97 bucks. Whatever you want to do, we're going to give you all of these things so you can just plug in and off you go. Again, you can build off of these, modify them, make them your own. But these are some of the things that we see people doing. In fact, we have coaches, like they have an actual like coaching business. They're offering their clients the access to UpHex for free, because they're like, well, you're paying for our coaching. Let's just, like, you're paying us $1,500, $2,000, whatever they're paying for coaching. We'll give you Facebook ads for free. Right. So you're going to get that. The next thing in our snapshot, we're also going to give you some white label videos. Now, these videos, this library will grow. And as they grow, you'll get access to those libraries. But, you know, if you want some white label videos that you can throw in so people know how to launch campaign, even though if they don't know how to launch campaign, then you might not want to have them as clients, because my 10-year-old can do it, right? But we're going to give that to you guys, all right? So absolutely, you're going to get the ads. You're going to get the entire pre-built campaigns that we get to help you get clients, and then you're going to get all that cool support stuff, okay? And of course, we're going to give you this all risk-free just for trying UpHex. That's 14 days for free, okay? Not to mention, I got a couple other goodies, okay? So that's all here we call this the Super SaaS Pack, okay? You're going to get all that stuff. You're going to be able to plug into this stuff right away, start making money. Not to mention, we have an amazing and very active Facebook group of people doing the same thing. So you can go in, see what people are doing, ask questions, you know, whatever. We also do daily calls and support teams. So Monday through Friday, we have a call, whether it's an onboarding call, a technical, like office hours is what we call it, or every Friday I do this thing called Ask Me Anything, which it's a very descriptive meeting type. You can ask me anything. Now it's mostly around like agency growth stuff. You got a question, but you can ask. One guy asked me like what I do for my workout routine. And I thought that was weird, but he asked me, so I had an answer. All right. So if you guys feel like this is too good to be true, and you're wondering what you're missing, I do want to cover some quick FAQs. Now we can blast through these because it is not too good to be true. It's just innovation. This is what innovation does. All right. I'm scared. It might be hard to set up. What can I do? It's not hard to set up. Literally, there's a video. 90% of our people can watch a video, and in less than 2 hours, they can have their entire UpHex account and set up and put into HighLevel. But we do 3 onboarding calls per week. Live, you come to a group meeting, and if you have questions, we'll make sure that you're getting the help you need. Okay. What if I need support? 2 office hours, and then we've got an amazing support staff, and we're doing that really, incredibly. I mean, right now we're like sub 30 minutes to get support. Okay. What if I'm new to Facebook ads? You know, I got asked this question, like, should I learn Facebook ads? And yes, I think you should learn Facebook ads, but I think you should simplify Facebook ads. We have resources. I think the better thing to do is to get proficient at offer creation. If you got to be a black belt and just really said, I'm going to know how to write offers and make the actual just ads, forget all the technical stuff. If you focus on that, UpHex is going to do the rest. It's incredibly easy. Okay. How good are the ads in the library? They're really good. They're based off of proven ads that we find across the internet. Obviously my agency doesn't work in all the other niches, so they will need to be modified, but you should modify them so they're your own anyway. And we encourage and teach people how to do that. Can I still offer done for you? I do. I answered that one. Okay. Do you have to use Go HighLevel? If you want to resell it as a SaaS, yes. While you can launch ads direct from UpHex, if you want to resell as a SaaS, and if you want to scale it, you're going to need HighLevel. And then how much is it after the free trial? This was an interesting one. The pricing model for these types of softwares and these types of tools used to be like every user you get, we're going to ping you $47, yada, and like, you know, like that. When HighLevel came out, they did this thing where it's like, hey, you buy this package and you get unlimited sub accounts. It's like, whoa, what in the world? And they kind of turned the pricing model in the software world on its head. And true to form, we followed suit and said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make 3 separate packages. Okay. And we're going to base it on the size of your agency and what we believe you can afford. And then we're going to reward the people that go gung ho. So $97 if you're running this for your own business or you're just getting started, $97 is nothing. Okay. You get access to this and off you go, 1 to 3 clients. Okay. $297, that gets you up to 10 clients. All right. And then $497, you could have 100 clients or 1,000 clients. $497 is the price for that. So we're priced to help you grow. You serious, Clark? You guys, let me be clear about what we're getting. Okay. I just want to make sure that as we go through this, we're very clear. I'm going to give you a bunch of ads. You can plug in, use, modify, and off you go. That is giving you a shortcut and a head start like nothing you can imagine. Okay. I'm going to give you some ways that you can get some clients. Okay. So 3 offers that have been proven to work with this model. There's a lot more than you can do, by the way. Okay. And the white label support videos. Wow, you guys, 2 weeks free trial. That is risk-free. This is silly. Okay. If you don't see the value, then you're crazy. Just join the free trial. You get all these things just for joining. You don't have to wait until you pay. You get all this stuff just for saying, you know what? Maybe I'll try this. So all of this just for trying UpHex for free for 14 days. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome.
All right. You can get it all if you go to ghl.uphex.com/Mike. Now, Mike, the one you have as well, they're gonna tag people the same way. We're giving you guys a deal through Mike. So all of this stuff, you get all of these add-ons just for going into the trial. You don't have to be a UpHex. You should be a paid UpHex user, by the way, of course. Absolutely. Why would you sit here and do this if you're not? But use that link, and we're going to give you all these things just for signing up for the trial. Now, I didn't have a way when I was in there to post the link into the chat. Do you have a way to do that?
Yep.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop sharing. See if I can get back in this meeting with you. There you are. All right.
Hey.
All right. Let me see if I can send this to you. And then we can do a quick Q&A if people have questions. There you go. There it is right there. Mike, if you want to throw it to everybody.
Let's see here. Where is that? Where did you send it to me?
It says private chat.
Got it.
Okay, you got it?
Hang on 1 second. This is, I see lots of people who obviously get it right away. It is super, super, super powerful. Thank you, Jennifer. There you go. There's the link. Jennifer typed it in as well. I typed it in like 7 different times. I don't even know how I did that, but they're all in there.
Awesome.
So, look, the magic of this system, guys, there's a couple of things. One, you are now in the software business again, right? With HighLevel, I've been preaching to you guys for the last couple of years now, right? You've got to use the technology. You've got to use the tools. You layer things on top of it, assets, right? That's exactly what this system is doing. It's taking something that's complex. It's taking something that honestly, most of you don't know how to do very well yourselves, which is run Facebook ad campaigns. And I know that because I work with a lot of you, right? And it makes it so that you just grab something that's already working and proven and fire the thing up and go. And you saw his daughter do it. It's just a couple of very simple clicks. Okay. And that's it. And here's the major then takeaway from that you guys all just need to understand is now you are no longer in this agency model. Okay. And we use the word agency all the time in these things because everybody thinks I'm in the agency business. I hate the word agency. I have a big logo that is the word agency with a red circle and slash through it because I want to change the language of this industry to a marketing systems and services provider. You are now a marketing systems and service provider instead of an agency. And what that does for you is it allows you to sell access to this system, which generates recurring revenue, which is super, super sticky because it makes it so simple for people to actually launch and run campaigns. And now you are not on the hook in terms of all of the traditional things of running Facebook ads for small businesses. You do not have to get into their ad account. Oh my gosh, that alone right there, the fact that you do not have to get into their ad account. Second, somebody was asking about this earlier. You are not running these campaigns from your ad account. Okay, that's the way that I used to teach it. That's one of the ways that I got around this for years. But it has problems. Facebook does not like it. They do not like it. They don't want you to do it that way. You are not running Facebook ads from your ad account. The software is connecting to their ad account. And then we're using the software to create campaigns for them, but it's through their ad accounts. So you're not mixing ad accounts. There's no mixing budgets. You're not managing the money for them. You're not taking a percentage of their ad spend. You're not charging them X dollars and looping your ad spend. I mean, you can still do that type of agency model if you want to, but this gives you options to just say, use our proven platform and template of and library of ads to have success running Facebook ad campaigns to get you more leads, get you more traffic, get you more visibility for your business without all of the complexity and nonsense of Facebook ads or the typical agency model. Okay, it is so simple. And I got to tell you, UpHex, Sam, you've done a great job. I set up this myself in my HighLevel account. It's as simple as you would expect it to be when you watch that demo. You go through a couple of steps, couple of clicks. Next thing you know, you're connected. Boom, you're up and running. That's it. I mean, it's super simple. Then you as an agency have access to all that, templates and all that type of stuff. So you can run it for your own business. You can run it for your customer's business. There is, I will state this right now. There is absolutely no other way that I would tell any of you to be running Facebook ad services for your customers, period, end of sentence. I've been telling you guys for years, don't offer Facebook ad management services because you're probably not good enough, just being real honest, okay? You can't charge enough to then be able to develop enough expertise to get good enough. Like, you need to be able to charge thousands and thousands of dollars a month to be able to pay for the right talent, to be able to get good enough. Small businesses can't afford that. They're not going to pay you that. You're going to churn. Even if you go out and do all the hard work of getting customers, you're going to churn. It sucks. The only people that should be doing the traditional Facebook ad management model are the people that can charge their clients literally $50,000 a month, $75,000 a month in ad management fees. Okay, those are the only people that should be doing it. That's the only way that model works. This is the model for small business customers. This is it, period, end of sentence. This is how it will be done, and that is it. And I can see there's no-brainers on here, and absolutely, like, it is the only way that you will make it work. Okay, so I know you guys have questions. We'll go through here and answer questions. Actually, before we do that though, Sam, anything to add on here before we do that?
No, I couldn't agree more. And if you want, we can just buzz through and read these questions, and I'll just go through and answer them as quickly as possible if you want to.
Yeah,
a lot of really great questions coming in. Let's see here. And I'm just going to start from the bottom. I mean, those are the most recent ones, but I'll just start there because they're the easiest ones. Template looks great. Thank you. Okay. Love the simplicity. Thank you, guys. Let's see here. Can you suggest pricing models? Pricing models going to be based on who you serve and what you offer. I started out at $297. I've scaled it up to $697. Other people are doing, like, we got one guy that does $197 a week. He does weekly billing. So there is some subjectivity there. What are things looking like for non-US ads? So most of our ads right now are US based, meaning English speaking. We are within the next 30 days going to have editable images, so you can get in there and change language and stuff like that, as well as you can obviously change the language on the text on the ad right now. Can it be used to run ads for e-commerce? Yes, it is built for, it's funny because it's built for local lead generation, but with all of the things, somebody asked about retargeting. We do offer retargeting now as of yesterday. So
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Come on.
It just happened yesterday. Well, it's funny because we released it, and the way we released it, it was, the partnership, me and Bradley and Jake, we don't always see eye to eye. So we just asked the users. We released it. And today we actually just moved where the retargeting request is to below. So there's like this little thing that says optional info. You click it and it gives you more advanced options. I don't personally like my end clients to see things that I feel like are maybe a little bit more advanced. It's like, dude, you don't need retargeting to run ads for a local business, but people were asking for these different models that they do. So in it went. So do I need my own ad account? No, the person who is going to be running. So if you're connecting, so you've got your HighLevel SaaS, okay? Every sub account that you connect, as soon as they click on the Facebook ad button in your custom menu, they sign in and it connects their ad account. It gets access to that ad account, and that's how they're going to run the ads, not through your ad account. Does the client fund the ASAP end account? Well, they fund it the same way that they do. So Facebook does it to where it's like they'll ping you for like $17, and then they'll get your billing threshold up over time. But that is done on their card, not yours, and you don't prepay. It's paid in the arrears. Let's see here. What is the suggested monthly price? We talked about that. Let's see here. TikTok. I don't know about TikTok, you guys, and I don't have any issues with TikTok. But I probably now this is some discussion in the partnership. One, we won't be doing TikTok until we get to a certain amount of users. We're going to perfect and dial in Facebook ads so it is simple. We don't get too complex. We don't turn this thing into Gordian's knot. And if we go to another platform, it must maintain that same level of simplicity. Okay. I personally like AdWords. I want to go after keyword templating keywords next. But we'll see what we do. Is there a list of niches in our Facebook group? In our Facebook group, I think Jacob will post it from time to time. If you want, I can review that here in just in a second. But there's 35, 36 of them. Let's see here. Rob goes, well, there goes the name of my business since I have agency in the name. Hilarious. It's funny because I think I'm going to change it to what do you call it? You say SaaS provider. Yeah, I like
Marketing,
that.
MSP, marketing systems provider. Yes, systems and services provider. Yep.
I think it's time that we. The reason I don't like agency is because here's the problem with this niche that we're in. Is there's this thing called BizOp. Now, BizOp used to be like really scammy businesses, but what we do here is entirely legitimate. But we're kind of we're conflated with that. So I think just the nomenclature will help. So MSP, yeah, I like that.
And let me, Brian, real quick, let me just address. So the people who have already started here and those who are considering it, yes. So guys, this is if you are in my high leverage agency program, I have been telling you for weeks now that I'm going to have some reach and retargeting solutions coming your way for the first time, because I have told you over the years, I've figured out how to hack, reach and retargeting, but it's not ideal because you're using your own ad account the way I was doing it, all that type of stuff. So I have told you that I have a solution coming for weeks now. This is the solution. This will be a very integrated part in what I'm teaching in the high leverage agency program going forward for reach and for retargeting. I have this set up in my HighLevel account. You can bet your butt I'm using it. I'm going to be using it going forward. I'm going to be sharing with you what I'm doing. And I already talked to Brian about, hey, can I give ad templates to my customers, right? So that they can have ad templates, from me to be able to use with the system, right? And I can do that, right, Brian?
Sam, yes, you can.
Sam, I'm sorry. I just called you Brian. Sorry, reading names over there. Sorry.
All good. Yeah, absolutely. You create any template and there's a share link, boom, you give that and everything, including the lead form, go in there. So Instagram is included. So this is Facebook ads. So you launch Facebook ads or Instagram ads from Facebook. We also have manual placement. So if you want to change where they show, like if you have a strategy, you're super fancy. I'm not fancy. You can do that. Let's see here. It works for retail. Yes. Do you need, the three levels of GHL are, Mike, remind me, 97, 297, and then 597. $497. We did the same thing. We're so
very,
we're so
very
creative.
familiar. Yeah, very
Yeah.
similar to what you got.
Yeah, you can use UpHex on all of them, but you only do the sub account thing. I think on 297 is where that starts. Is that right?
I'm sorry, you can do sub accounts at 297. Yes,
Yeah.
497 is where you get the SaaS capabilities. So yes, Brian, you can start at 97 and upgrade as to higher plans as your business grows for sure.
And we upgrade you automatically, so you don't even have to worry about it. So as soon as you get the 4th connection, the next month, boom, we'll upgrade your account. All right. How long is this offer available? Go get it now. Go get it now. That's all I'll say. Let's see here. We talked about retargeting. Let's see here.
Yes, Dave, if that's how you say it, it's definitely yes. Monthly cost. It's a SaaS platform. Yep.
Yeah. What time? What type of campaigns does it create? That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
It creates, the objectives are currently lead forms, conversions, messenger. So direct response. It's a direct response platform. Okay. We may be toying around with a couple of other things in the future. We're always looking to innovate, and we get a lot of really cool suggestions from other agency owners that, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, but I learn stuff from cool people that are doing really cool things all the time. And if it works for them, we're going to make it work for everybody. So let's see here. We don't do reach. Let's see here. Just going back through to see if there's any that we haven't. Will this be available on YouTube? Like, are we doing it for YouTube? I don't know what he means by that.
I think he might be asking if my replay is going to be available on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Well, am I missing anything? Do we got new comments below? I'll just scroll down to the bottom real quick. If any popped up, can we use UpHex only show up on selected GHL? Yeah, you can. So it has to be done manually now. So in a custom menu link, you can choose to show certain things to certain people, saying you can make it to where like only these people see it. You can do that.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I would like to address. And I know, like, listen to Mike give the anti-sales pitch. Okay,
Love it.
Here's the anti-sales pitch, because I like to shoot really straight with everybody. There are some people on here that are like, how fast am I going to make money and stuff like that. Gang, look, as he started in the beginning of the presentation and said, it is up to you. Okay, this is a tool that makes providing a very valuable service much, much easier and more efficient. You've got to go out and get customers. You've still got to go out and get customers. There is no magic button where all of a sudden, money's just going to be falling from the sky. So that is not what you should expect here. You still got to go out and get customers. That is on you. It's challenging. It's real work. Small businesses are, you got to sell to them. Okay. That is what I teach people how to do. That is what my high leverage agency program is about. That is what I do every single week, is provide sales training, marketing training. I will now be going forward providing Facebook ads training and taking my Facebook ad templates from that training and putting it right into UpHex for my customers to use. Okay, that is what I do for a living, is try to help you learn how to do this stuff right and go out and get customers and build a real business. And I say that because, man, if you don't have the patience and you don't have the foresight to understand what this can do for you and realize, okay, I got to go out and get customers, but now I have another software-based solution that I can add recurring revenue and add real value to my customers, and I still got to go out and get customers, though. It's not for you. Okay. It's not for you. I love you. I appreciate you being here, all that good stuff. But man, you got to have maturity, reality, be realistic about what you have to do to make this a success, which is you still got to go out and hustle. Here's the deal. I just posted a video on Instagram and YouTube just the other day. Go to my Instagram account and see it, or you can go to YouTube Shorts and you can see it. But I think on my Instagram account, it's one of the very first videos. Number 3 here up on the top right, it says, "You will never, ever, ever," is the way it starts. And what that video says is you will never, ever, ever have success in this business. I'm referring to the agency business if you are 80% of your time messing around with tech and trying to learn marketing and trying to learn tools and all that type of stuff, and only 20% of your time selling and marketing, the business model will never work. Because literally what that means is that you're sitting around at the computer every day trying to figure out, ooh, how can I do, cool things, when really what you need to be doing is selling and you need to be marketing. This is a tool that allows you to, now your service delivery time and costs are almost nothing. So now what you can be doing is out there talking to the world all day, every day. Hey, small businesses, you need to grow. In order to grow, you need to reach new customers. You need to generate new leads. We can do that for you. And we can do it as affordably as anybody in the industry, as effectively as anybody in the industry. You can be out there selling all day, every day, which is what you need to do to really grow in this industry. Okay. And what Ross says, wait, we have to market our marketing company. Sheesh, I know, all this damn hard work. So what Sam's UpHex is doing is taking away all of the hard work on the service fulfillment side so that you can actually do what you should be doing, which is sales and marketing.
Okay? I couldn't agree more. And I want to throw, I don't know what all the 4 R's are, but I want to throw, okay, go ahead.
Reputation, resell, reach, retarget.
Okay. And then the last one is for you guys. The 5th one is resolve. Okay. Yeah. I cannot tell you, and I do, one of the things that I love about doing, and I'm sure, Mike, you're probably the same because you do a lot of these types of meetings with your people. One of the things I love about the Ask Me Anything is I can find really quickly who has resolve and who does not. And the big distinction are the people who are being resourceful and looking for answers, asking questions that are like, hey, as soon as you give me this answer, I'm going to go do it. Or you can get the people who are like asking questions to like try and hack something and try and maybe they're like, there's some kind of secret here. The reality is I've been an entrepreneur. That was one of my slides for my entire life. I'm 42. It's my birthday next week. So I'm like, wait, am I turning 40? I'm turning 43 next week. So, and I can tell you this, being an entrepreneur is the best, worst job you could ever have. Okay. It is the best job if you have resolve. It is the worst job if you are a quitter. Right. And resolve means that anytime you come up against a obstacle, you are the person finding the solution. Now, Mike and I are here to give you a shortcut because guess what? We had resolve and we got around those barriers and we're happy to share them with you. But one of the reasons I said like that warning thing in the very beginning, like it depends on what you do. If your mindset is such to where you're always looking for, well, it's not good enough. It's like, dude, I give this tool to somebody else and they blow up their business overnight. Yeah. Your loss. So anyway, I don't need to go on a preach thing, but I couldn't agree more. This is such a unique opportunity. The 2 platforms combined are giving you guys, when I started selling SMMA services, I mean, it was a good business, but it was nowhere near as legitimate as this can be. So anyway, Shirley, you signed up. Welcome, Shirley. Thank you for trusting us and coming to UpHex.
Yes, lots of people sign up. It's awesome. This is an important one. Corey, if your niche is outside the ones covered in the ads library, can you still make it work? Can you create your own ads and ad copy?
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, I would encourage you to, the ads library is there to give you a shortcut to spin off new ideas. We do base those ads off of proven methods of research, but we're not running those ads. Those are there the same way they're there. The TikTok ads library, you can get tons of information. Ads library on Facebook, tons of information. Groupon, you can get tons of information from Groupon, right? We're just sourcing offers, but for you to become proficient and to become an expert in your niche, you should absolutely have your own flavor, have your own voice, and know what works. And the reason that will happen by default, if you do it long enough, is because you're going to be speaking to your people.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to be speaking your ads, your offers over time will evolve because you're going to be speaking to your people. You're going to get feedback. You're going to see what's going on. You're like, oh, I'm going to say this instead of this. I'm going to say it this way instead of that way. I'm going to offer this because this is what they care about. So absolutely, you can build a campaign from scratch. And it's, it's funny, it takes less time and it's easier than building a campaign from scratch in Ads Manager.
Yeah. And so let me add to this again. I feel I always feel obligated to give the doses of reality and the anti-sales pitch, right? So this is an incredible shortcut. It's an incredible way of creating efficiency in your service delivery. Okay. If you put a terrible ad up,
yes,
UpHex is not going to work some voodoo and magic, and all of a sudden it's going to take that terrible ad and make it a great ad. You still have to, understand, as Sam was saying earlier, offer creation. You still want to be able to learn how to write a compelling headline and what kind of image is going to get, attraction of people's attention and things like that. Those are all the things that I teach in my program on a regular basis. For those of you, I know I've seen some questions in there asking questions about the attention engine, right? And Mike, how does this or my prime the pump strategy, how do they relate to this tool? It's a shortcut. You still take those principles and strategies and apply them in here. You still want to test headlines. Yeah. You still want to take copywriting best practices and apply them in there. And there's a whole bunch of templates in there that are already using those best practices. But again, as Sam said, those are ads that they're finding, other people that are out there running. They're a great shortcut for you, but you shouldn't just blindly just go, oh yeah, these ads are magic now. And now all of my clients are just going to get flooded with, leads. You still, of course, again, this is about reality maturity. You should be looking at them and going, okay, what are the things that I can bring to this? This is a solid foundation. What are the things that I'm going to be able to bring to it? And that is, again, that is what the ongoing training that I provide. And also, Sam, their business is on it. I got to tell you guys, like, you have access to him and his team as much as you want to ask questions and get training. They are not leaving you on your own with just a tool and saying good luck. They are on it. The communication and availability is tops. I promise you.
I've seen some questions coming in about targeting, and there's a lot of so first of all, most of what you hear from people talking about targeting, complete myths, like complete BS. Okay. So I can fix all your targeting woes with one sentence. Okay. We target by demographics and psychographics. That's it. Okay. You're in local market, because we market to local businesses, using interest-based targeting or behavior-based targeting, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Okay. So just age demographics. Okay. That's the demographic side of it. And then targeting, use psychographics, which means right to the psychology of the person who you want to convert. That's it. That's all you got to do. If you do that, and that's all you do, you're going to become a black belt of the 5th degree in somebody like over the weekend. That's the big thing. Let's see. You can run video ads. Absolutely. In fact, one of the things I do is when I find a winning, like a control, we call that control in marketing, like a control. What I do is I always have an image version of that campaign, and then I split off a completely separate campaign, a video version, right? They're the same offer, the same thing. I'm just like, well, video, image. That way I can pivot back and forth between the two of them. We've got lots of niches in there. Are the ads? I think we talked about this already. All right, man. Well, I think.
I'm sorry. I was just going to answer a couple more real quick. Alex, the only distinction between the plans and their features are the number of clients. Yes. So you're not getting less features, less capabilities that the 97 are, the 497. Somebody asked about pricing model. I will absolutely go over how I will structure this. As always, I think the best model is when you include this as an overall part of a system, what I call a signature system that you create. Right. And so that's why this blends in so perfectly with HighLevel, because it's one thing to be able to offer somebody, help with their ads. It's another thing to be able to say, and we also have the follow-up campaigns to run to those leads to convert them. We have a 32-step follow-up campaign that's going to run to convert them. Like, when you have HighLevel's other capabilities that you're bringing into the mix, into an overall system, that just makes all of this that much more powerful. So yes, I will share my thoughts on pricing, but I mean, even if you just took the simplest version of this, let's just say that you said, hey, we have a $97 a month service where you get access to all of our best performing ad templates. We're constantly updating it with best practices. We do a live training call each week to make sure that you understand how to make the most out of, you know, Facebook's features and how to make sure that you're converting your customers and yada, yada. And it's $97 a month, right? At $97 a month, and you have an unlimited $497 plan. If you had 10 customers, you're making a $500 a month profit. If you had 20 customers, you're now making a $1,500 a month profit, right? I mean, it just scales. $97. I mean, it could be 97, could be, you know, 197, 297, 497. Sam, I think you said you have a 697, you know, whatever. So like, there's all kinds of different ways that you can skin this. We'll talk about that certainly in my community because there's lots of different ways to go about it. Somebody asking again about available niches. There's probably somebody in the community that's doing just about anything, but I will also show you how simple it is to research what are winning ads in a market and then essentially recreate those ads as templates inside of UpHex. It will take you a one-time, you know, you'll spend an hour and a half doing it, which you should do anyway, because that's how you're going to learn about the market that you're serving. Go out there and find those best practices. You're going to take those, put them in as templates inside of UpHex, and then you're good to go. You're set. So it's super easy. You can use this tool. Again, this is a tool that creates efficiency. You can apply that efficiency to any market that you want to. Eric says, to be clear, this is not standalone, right? No, it is a standalone platform, but you can resell it inside of Go HighLevel as SaaS. That is the effective way to do that is bundled up with HighLevel. So cool. Sam, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Anything else that you want to add to this?
No, man, this has been awesome. I appreciate everybody for coming. This has been fantastic.
This is awesome.
My ad is running and set up.
That's on the call live. Jennifer
did it while we were on this call?
Yeah. Jennifer is a member of my community. 1, 2, she's badass. 3, she takes action, people. She takes action. She does stuff while we're on the stinking call. I love
Wait a minute. So we finished the webinar 15 minutes ago, and she's already got a campaign up and running.
Yeah. Awesome.
That is phenomenal. That's a record. I've never seen anybody do that.
That's awesome.
So Jennifer is going to be a, for sure, case study. If she could do that, that's amazing. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, that just gets me so pumped. That's amazing. Oh, wow. Mike, you got to give me like a replay of just this section.
Yeah,
because
right. Yeah.
That is
we'll
so
just leave this up
phenomenal.
here. Everybody's staring.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Anyway, so hey, everybody for coming. Thank you so much. Whatever questions you have, you know, hopefully we got them answered. Mike, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you, buddy. I look forward to working more with you personally. And then whatever your group needs, myself personally and UpHex will be here to help you guys out.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for creating an awesome platform and making it available to the community, creating such a killer value proposition. It's awesome. I love it. As always, everybody, thank you so much for your time and attention and being here. As Sam said earlier, thank you for being here live. We know you got lots of stuff that you can do. You can hear my enthusiasm for this. There are very few game changers that come along in 10 years in this industry. Obviously, you know how I feel about HighLevel. I think you can get a sense of the excitement that I have for this as well. And combining HighLevel with this is just a really, really, really big opportunity for you. I look forward to supporting you, training you, showing you how to make the most of this, how to go out and get customers with it. As always, it is about resolve. As Sam said earlier, it's about responsibility, accountability, taking action, getting it done. That's on you. But these are killer resources to help you make the most of your effort. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you can take advantage of this. I hope that we see you inside of the community. For everybody who's a part of my community that does take advantage of this, you will see me rolling out ad templates to you and all that good stuff so that you can take advantage of my approach to advertising and my campaigns for advertising your own agency services will be put in here so you can easily take those and run with them. So we're going to make the most of the opportunity. I'm excited about it. All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you, everybody. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the ski slopes this weekend.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.